subconscious that holds the emotional memories of our early years. The way our fundamental needs for love, attention, and security were met during childhood shapes the emotional state of this inner child. When these needs go unmet, the inner child carries wounds that manifest in adulthood as patterns like seeking constant approval, fear of abandonment, or feelings of unworthiness. These are echoes of the inner child's unmet needs. Connecting with the inner child is essential for healing these subconscious wounds. Through practices like meditation, journaling, and therapeutic techniques, we can communicate with our inner child, offering compassion and understanding. This healing journey fosters emotional wholeness and paves the way for healthier relationships and self-perception. Within each of us resides an inner child, a part of our subconscious that holds the emotional memories of our early years. The way our fundamental needs for love, attention, and security were met during childhood shapes the emotional state of this inner child. When these needs go unmet, the inner child carries wounds that manifest in adulthood as patterns like seeking constant approval, fear of abandonment, or feelings of unworthiness. These are echoes of the inner child's unmet needs. Connecting with the inner child is essential for healing these subconscious wounds. Through practices like meditation, journaling, and therapeutic techniques, we can communicate with our inner child, offering compassion and understanding. This healing journey fosters emotional wholeness and paves the way for healthier relationships and self-perception. Fear is one of the most primal and powerful emotions in the human psyche, yet many of our fears stem from experiences deeply embedded in our subconscious, especially those rooted in childhood trauma, perceived threats, or fears inherited from caregivers. The subconscious mind retains every instance it interpreted as dangerous, and uses this memory to alert us when similar situations arise. For example, a person bitten by a dog in childhood may develop a lifelong fear of dogs. This response isn't governed by conscious reasoning, but by the subconscious protective instincts. To overcome subconscious fears, we must explore their origins. Techniques such as hypnotherapy, subconscious reprogramming, and deep meditation help access these roots and reshape their emotional impact. Understanding our fears and listening to what they reveal can unlock the door to inner liberation and growth. While our conscious mind rests during sleep, the subconscious becomes active. Dreams are its preferred language, an expressive outlet for repressed emotions, unresolved conflicts, and hidden desires. These messages often appear in symbolic or metaphorical forms, making them difficult to interpret directly. According to Freud, dreams are censored versions of suppressed desires. Jung expanded this view by proposing that dreams also express the collective unconscious, drawing from shared archetypes that transcend individual experience. Themes such as flying, falling, getting lost, or being chased are not random. They reflect specific subconscious messages. For instance, the sensation of falling may point to a fear of losing control, while being chased might signal repressed anxiety. Keeping a dream journal, analyzing recurring symbols, and connecting them with real-life situations can help build a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. Dreams are not just nighttime illusions, they are deeply encoded messages from within. Self-esteem is the personal evaluation of one's own worth. However, the foundation of this self-perception is often laid in childhood and embedded deeply in the subconscious through early experiences and environmental influences. If a child grows up constantly criticized, this can lead to internalized voices of self-deprecation in adulthood, subtle, destructive voices the conscious mind is often unaware of. The subconscious holds the core beliefs that shape self-esteem because it stores emotional memories and learned behaviors. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, or no one loves me are the echoes of past traumas or repeated messages that have etched themselves into the psyche. For example, hesitating to start a project due to the thought, I'll probably fail anyway, stems directly from a subconscious belief of inadequacy. Even when we consciously appear confident, the subconscious can quietly sabotage us. Reprogramming the subconscious is key to rebuilding self-esteem. Techniques such as affirmations, meditation, hypnotherapy, and inner child work can gradually rewrite the script. Transforming the belief systems deep within can ultimately reshape the way we view ourselves and how the world responds to us. Self-sabotage is when an individual, often unconsciously, places obstacles in their own path to success or happiness. The root of this behavior lies deep within the subconscious. When someone achieves something they subconsciously believe they don't deserve, their inability system activates to restore a familiar but limiting status quo. For instance, a person in a fulfilling relationship might pick unnecessary fights. Or when on the verge of a promotion, they might begin procrastinating. Though these actions seem irrational, they're driven by subconscious beliefs such as, "I'm not worthy of this." Common causes of self-sabotage include low self-esteem, fear of failure, trauma from past rejections, and unresolved emotional wounds. The subconscious, aiming to prevent past pain from resurfacing, creates protective mechanisms that ironically hinder growth and potential. Breaking this cycle begins with inner awareness. Recognizing which behavioral patterns stem from which subconscious beliefs is the foundation of change. Once identified, these beliefs must be redefined and consciously replaced with empowering narratives. Meditation, mindfulness practices, and professional psychological support are powerful tools in this transformation. The human mind functions like a mental map, recording every experience, emotion, and thought. However, most of these records reside not in our conscious awareness, but deep within the subconscious. This is why certain smells, sounds, or images can suddenly trigger vivid memories from long ago. The subconscious prioritizes memories with strong emotional intensity. Events tied to love, fear, shame, or joy are more deeply embedded. A trauma, even after many years, can resurface with a specific trigger, often without conscious recognition. This mental map forms a hidden framework that influences our decisions and behaviors. For instance, childhood abandonment may manifest in adulthood as avoidance of intimacy. The person may not understand why they feel this way. The memory is buried, yet it still guides them from the shadows. Understanding this mechanism is crucial for mental liberation. By decoding our unconscious patterns through this mental map, we can begin to heal. When traumas are acknowledged and processed rather than repressed, the subconscious becomes an ally rather than a saboteur.